If music be the food of love, then I say play on. Mix a little joy of cooking with your favorite song. This is Riffs and Recipes with Ellen McKinney. Yum.
Hello, I'm Ellen McKinney and this is Riffs and Recipes, where I pair tunes with treats to get you and your guests into a gastronomical groove. St. Patrick's Day is around the corner, and it is the perfect example of how food and music truly do go together. If you're a restaurant owner on St. Patrick's Day, chances are you know you need two things for a successful March 17th. A good Irish menu and a live band. So if you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, I predict you're doing one of two things. Having a nice Irish feast at home with family and friends, or you're gonna go paint the town green at your favorite establishment. I'm of the second school. Ever since discovering the Brogue Irish pub in Port Credit, Ontario, I've gone there for St. Patrick's Day and I haven't looked back. They make a mean Irish stew, so I'm gonna let them do the cooking. However, I do plan to have a little pre-party before we paint the town green. So whether you're having a pre-party or a big feast, you're gonna need snacks to start the night off. Decided to sport my green apron today in honor of the Emerald Isle. And in fact, today's recipe is green in color too. Considering that most of us are going to be overindulging on wonderful Irish cuisine on March 17th, I thought I'd share a lighter snack recipe. So whether you're going out or staying in, you can serve this before dinner guilt-free. It's easy to make, nutritious, and delicious. Kale chips. Making kale chips is as simple as pie. In fact, much more simple. Simply tear the leaves off of the bitter spine into chip-sized pieces like this, set them aside, and repeat. It really doesn't get much easier than this, and in fact, the kids can get involved in this if you have children, or children at heart. I'm working with organic kale today, and I advise everybody try to buy organic when it comes to greens of any kind and any application, because these are some of the most heavily pesticided items you can find in the grocery store. One of my favorite parts about St. Patrick's Day is that it's a great excuse to hang out with good friends. And I'm looking forward to hanging out with my dear friends Sean and Amy Dunn. My husband has known Sean since junior high days, and I'm sure I've only heard half of the stories of their antics.
Sean's father, John Dunn, hails from Tipperary, so I enlisted Sean for today's guest playlist. Here are his picks for a perfect St. Patrick's Day party.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen.
These riffs rock. Thanks, Sean.
Summer's gone, and all the roses falling.
My picks are twists on the traditional.
It's you, must go and I must buy.
I've set the kale aside for the moment, and I'm about to melt the coconut oil, which comes in a bit of a solid form like this, almost like a butter. Coconut oil is supremely good for you. If you happen to be allergic, don't worry, you can substitute olive oil or even grapeseed oil instead, and you don't have to do this step. The great thing about coconut oil is that it is full of the good fats and low in the bad fats, and it has actually been proven to lower the bad cholesterol levels.
Let's give it up for coconut oil.
It doesn't matter whether you were born in Killarney, Kyoto, Kauai, or Kalamazoo, everybody gets to be Irish on March 17th.
Did you know that President Obama has Irish roots? There's even a song about it called There's No One as Irish as Barack Obama. The president has heard this song and approves of the message.
The coconut oil is at the perfect temperature for mixing with the kale, and I'm simply going to pour it over top of the greens and then toss using tongs to evenly distribute the coconut oil, or the olive oil if you're using that instead, over each of the leaves. All right, the kale looks nice and evenly coated in the oil. We're gonna take little mounds full and evenly spread them out over this baking sheet. Okay, so now it's time to season things up. I'm gonna use a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt, about half a teaspoon. Use whatever kind of salt you have on hand. And just a dash of cayenne pepper to spice things up a bit. Let's pop these good for you bad boys in the oven.
You're going to want to bake these for about 20 to 24 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, flipping the chips at the halfway point.
While the chips bake, I'm going to get started on my chili lime yogurt dip. It requires 1 cup of yogurt, chili powder, fresh lime juice, a little bit of your favorite hot sauce, more of my pink Himalayan sea salt, a little kiss of honey, mix it together, and presto. A really healthy dip that doesn't take much effort.
Yay! The kale chips are finished.
So festive, so healthy, so fresh, so good. And now, the reveal. I've created a mini Irish flag with the kale on the left, the dip in the middle, and carrot coins on the right. It's almost if they're coins in a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So easy, so delicious, so nutritious. I hope you enjoy. We're gonna tune out now, but before we do, I'm gonna tune you into an Irish blessing. A dear family friend who also happened to be my grade 3 teacher, Claire Walsh, gave me this Irish blessing book when I got married. I just love it. And what a perfect opportunity to share one with you. Here goes. May you have a song in your heart, a smile on your lips, and nothing but joy at your fingertips. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks so much for tuning in as we bring beats and bites together at last. I'm Ellen McKinney. Cheers.
Riffs and recipes with Ellen McKinney. Yum.
For more on today's riffs and recipes, please visit my blog.
Motown heard me chopping kale. Do you want some? Here, have a sit. No, you take it nicely. Okay, jeepers, Mo. Humph. You're supposed to sit nicely first. At least you're tasting it. Sometimes he doesn't even chew his food.
Yum.